Hello and happy Monday. We're going to get started in just a moment. If you have not practiced with me before, my name is Mo. We're going to do a 45-minute vinyasa flow. If you have a block, go ahead and grab it and just set it to the side of your mat. You can really use it with any pose. There are a few poses that I almost always use a block. Some people like to use 2 blocks for different poses. So just keep in mind with any yoga class that you take, it's your practice, and anything that you need, bring to your mat. So we're just gonna wait here for a few more moments. You can start to warm up on your back or even take yourself to child's pose. We're going to start in child's pose today. So as I said, we're going to start in child's pose today, but if you prefer to start on your back or in a seated meditation, I welcome you to head there now. Otherwise, bring the mounds of your big toes together. Take your knees as wide as you like and just press your hips back as far as is comfortable on your knees. You don't have to have your bottom touching your heels if that's too much pressure on the knees. Rest your forearms on your mat and then bring your forehead down. Just take these first few moments to connect with your mat and your breath. Just notice the places in your body that are touching the mat. Just start to notice the inhale and the exhale of your breath. Maybe roll your head an inch one way, back to the center, an inch to the other, just rolling along your forehead to release any tension you might feel there. Take one more breath in child's pose. And on your next inhale, press up on all fours, stacking your hips over your knees, shoulders over your wrists, and take yourself through a few cat-cows. On your cat stretch, pulling your belly button in and up, rounding your shoulders, crown of your head, going down toward the mat. Do one more. Pause in a neutral tabletop. Inhale, curl your toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Just position your hands and your feet as wide and as long as is comfortable for you. Start to walk your dog out, slowly bending into one knee and dropping the other heel, waking up the backs of your legs. Pause in stillness. Walk your hands back to your toes. Bring your feet hip distance apart. Grab opposite elbows, ragdoll. Soften your knees. Shift your weight forward a little bit. Crown of your head down. You can sway from side to side if that feels good. Pause in stillness. Take one more breath. Release your elbows, toe heel your feet together. Roll up one vertebra at a time, all the way rolling your shoulders back. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Walk out, downward facing dog. And breathe. In through your nose, out through your mouth. High plank. Drop to your knees. Lower all the way down to the mat. Hands back by your ribs. 3 cobras. Just a small lift. Chest comes up off the mat. Back of your head lifts toward the ceiling. Child's pose. Take a full breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot steps between your hands, followed by your left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. High mountain, reach. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Step back, downward facing dog. High plank. Drop to your knees, lower all the way down to the mat. 3 cobras. Pull your belly button in. Lift your shoulder blades toward the sky. Child's pose. Full breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pause for a breath. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Left foot steps between your hands, followed by your right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. High mountain. Fold. Halfway lift. Downward facing dog. High plank. Lower all the way down to the mat. Bring your hands just off the mat, coming to spider tip fingers. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, right shoulder comes down toward the center of the mat. Inhale, lift center. Exhale, left shoulder comes down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Hands underneath your shoulders, press back, child's pose. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot steps between your hands, followed by your left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. High mountain. Fold. Halfway lift. Downward facing dog. We'll go through our first vinyasa. High plank. Chaturanga or all the way down to the mat. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe. Left foot steps between your hands, followed by your right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. High mountain. Fold. Halfway lift. High plank. Chaturanga, bend your elbows 2 inches. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Right foot steps, followed by your left. Halfway lift, fold, chair pose. Hold. Halfway lift, vinyasa. High plank, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot steps between your hands, warrior one. Hands to the mat, vinyasa. Or you can go straight back to downward facing dog. Left foot steps, warrior one. Vinyasa. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Make your way to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, chair. Fold. Halfway lift, vinyasa. Right foot steps between your hands, warrior one. Reach through your fingertips. Hands to the mat, vinyasa. Left foot steps, warrior one. Vinyasa. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Make your way to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, chair. Knees behind your toes, fold. Halfway lift, vinyasa. Right foot steps, warrior one. Warrior two. Over the front fingertips. Hands to the mat, vinyasa. Left foot steps, warrior one. Warrior two, vinyasa. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Step to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, chair. Fold. Halfway lift, vinyasa. Right foot steps, warrior one. Feel the outside of your left foot, warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Hands to the mat, vinyasa. Left foot steps, warrior one. Warrior two, reverse, hands to the mat, vinyasa flow. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Right foot steps between your hands, runner's lunge. Drop your hips, left hand plants, right arm comes up for a twist. Bring the right hand down, rise, crescent lunge. Lift your left heel like you're standing on the back wall. Square your hips. Hands to heart center, twist. Left elbow over the right thigh. Expand through your arms, spreading your fingers. Create space between your belly and your thigh. Crescent lunge. Warrior two. Inhale, lift and straighten. Exhale, bend and press. Reverse your warrior. Side angle, right forearm to your thigh, left arm up. Lift your right side body. Spread your left fingers. Take the bicep over the ear. Stay here or bind. Warrior two. Hands to the mat. Vinyasa. Breathe. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Left hand plants, side plank. Stack or stagger your feet. Take the right arm up. You can also drop your left knee. Lift the left side body. Take the bicep over the ear. Lift your collarbone to face the sky. High plank. Vinyasa. Breathe. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Left foot steps between your hands, runner's lunge. Drop your hips. Right hand plants, twist. Spread your fingers. Bring the left hand down, rise, crescent lunge. Lift the right heel like you're standing on the back wall. Hands to heart center, twist. Right elbow over the left thigh. Expand. Spreading your fingers, lifting the belly away from the thigh. Crescent lunge. Warrior two. Inhale, lift and straighten. Exhale, bend and press. Reverse your warrior. Side angle, left forearm to your thigh, right arm up. Spread your fingers, lift your left side body. Take the bicep over the ear. Stay here or bind. Warrior two. Hands to the mat, vinyasa. Breathe. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Right hand plants, side plank. Stack or stagger your feet. Left arm up. Now lift the right side body. Take the bicep over the ear. Now lift your heart. High plank. Vinyasa. Breathe. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Make your way to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, chair. Drop to skiers. Lift all 10 toes. Spread them apart. Place them back down on your mat. Hands to heart center, twist. Left elbow over the right thigh. Expand through your arms, spreading your fingers. Stay here or bind. Right arm around the small of your back, left hand to your hip. Skiers pose. Hold 3, 2, 1, fold. Toe heel your feet hip distance apart. Peace fingers to big toes. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Soften your knees. Drop the crown of your head. Bend your elbows and pull the crown of your head a little closer to your mat. Take one more breath. Release your toes. Toe heel your feet together. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. High mountain. Fold. Halfway lift. Vinyasa. Breathe. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Make your way to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Chair pose. Drop to skiers. Knees behind your toes. Press your hips back. Hands to heart center, prayer twist. Right elbow over the left thigh. Expand. Stay here or bind. Skiers pose. Hold 3, 2, 1, fold. Toe heel your feet hip distance apart. Gorilla. Palms of your hands under your feet, toes at your wrists. Inhale. Exhale. Fold over your legs. Drop the crown of your head. Breathe. Take one more breath. Release your feet. Garland, crow, or yogi squat. Your choice. I'm in garland. Knees are out, hips are down. Head between my arms. Wherever you are, connect with your breath. Take one more breath. Hands plant, legs go back. Vinyasa. Breathe. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Make your way to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Roll up, one vertebra at a time. Roll your shoulders back. Tadasana. Press into the four corners of both feet. Find a focal point for your eyes. Keep pressing into the left foot as you lift the right knee. Eagle on the right, right leg over, right arm under. Or maybe hands come to opposite elbows. Find your drishti, your gaze, and release. Press into the right foot as you lift the left knee, eagle on the left. Pull your shoulder blades in. Lift your elbows to the height of your shoulders. Tadasana. Eagle on the right. Lift your knee. Fly back, airplane pose. Flex your right foot, little up dog in your spine. Hands to heart center, half moon. Left hand to your mat or a block. Flex your right foot, pulling your toes toward your face. Spread your fingers as you reach. Right hand comes down, square your hips, twisted half moon. Right hand to your mat or block. Start with your left arm out. Then either lift your left arm up or bring the hand to the small of your back. Roll your shoulder open. Standing leg splits. Walk your hands back toward the left foot as you lift the right leg. Lower the right foot behind the left, pinky toes touching. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Let your knees bend so you can press into the four corners of both feet. Unwind. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Roll up. One vertebra at a time, all the way. Tadasana. Eagle on the left. Having trouble balancing? Lift your left knee. Fly back. Airplane pose. Press your palms down. Soften your right knee. Hands to heart center. Half moon. Right hand to your mat or block. Flex your left foot. Reach up. Bring the left hand down. Square your hips. Twisted half moon. Start with your right arm out. Then either lift or bring the hand to the small of your back. Stretch through the left heel. Standing leg splits. Lower the left foot behind the right, pinky toes touching. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Soften. Unwind. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Roll up. Tadasana. Tree pose, right side. Right foot to the inside of the left leg, above or below your knee. Hands in heart center. Stay here or grow your tree. Hands come back to heart center, Tadasana. Tree pose left side. Stay here. Or maybe this time, take your hands around to the small of your back, interlacing your fingers. Roll your shoulders back, opening your chest. Hands come back to heart center, Tadasana. Step to the top of your mat, give your legs a shake. Pause in mountain pose. Ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, vinyasa. Breathe. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Right foot steps between your hands, warrior one. Warrior two. Inhale, lift and straighten. Exhale, bend and press. Reverse your warrior. Warrior two. Triangle. Right hand to your ankle, your shin, maybe a block. Lift your right side body. Take the bicep over the ear. Warrior two. Pivot your toes toward the left side of your mat. Line up your feet as you interlace your fingers. Inhale, exhale, fold. Drop the crown of your head. Take a breath. Release your hands under your face. Bend your elbows, pull the crown of your head down. Inhale, halfway lift, arms out like a T. Peace fingers to big toes, inhale. Exhale, fold. Create space between your ears and your shoulders. Bend your elbows. Release. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, pivot your toes toward the top of your mat. Pyramid. Step halfway up and out. Feet apart like you're standing on train tracks. And fold. Hands either to your mat, your shin, your block. I like to use a block here and then bring the block just off the mat, really lengthening through my spine and sides of my torso. Take one more breath. Left foot steps up to meet the right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. High mountain. Fold. Halfway lift. Vinyasa. And breathe. In through your nose, out through your mouth. I'm just going to turn around. Left foot steps. Warrior one. Warrior two. Inhale, lift and straighten. Exhale, bend and press. Reverse your warrior. Warrior two. Triangle. Lift your left side body. Stack your lungs. Take the bicep over the ear, getting a nice side body stretch. Warrior two. Pivot your toes to face the side of the mat. Either reach around to grab opposite elbows or come to reverse namaste. Inhale, exhale, fold. Draw the crown of your head down. Shift your weight forward a little bit. Release your hands. Bend your elbows, draw the crown of your head down a little closer to your mat. Turn your fingertips around. Now walk your hands through as far as you can. Bend your elbows, pull the crown of your head down again. Breathe. Release your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, pivot your toes toward the top of your mat, pyramid. Step halfway up and out with the right foot like you're standing on train tracks. Fold over the left leg. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. Press your hips toward the back of the mat. Breathe. Right foot comes up to meet the left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. High mountain. Fold. Halfway lift. Vinyasa. And breathe. In through your nose, out through your mouth. High plank. Lower all the way down to the mat. Hands back by your ribs. 2 cobras. Lifting your chest. Pulling the belly button in toward the spine. Sphinx pose. Elbows underneath the shoulders. Inhale, lift your chest, lift your belly. Lower half of your abdomen fully engaged and tilt your hip points forward. Lengthen your neck. Hold 3, 2, 1, and release. Cobra. Arms can be out in front. You can take them out like a T or maybe bring them down by your legs. Flex your feet. On your inhale, lift. Lift your chest, lift your feet. Hold 3, 2, 1, and release. Left cheek on the mat, arms out like a T. Bring your feet apart. Bend the right knee. Scorpion stretch. Right knee comes up and over. Maybe the foot touches, maybe it doesn't. Take a breath here and release. Let's switch sides. Left knee bends. Lift the knee up. Bring the foot over. Come to spider tip fingers on the left hand. And release. Bring your hands under your shoulders. Press upward facing dog. Roll your shoulders back. Lift your thighs. Inhale. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Bring your knees just behind your hands for camel. Come up on your knees. You can lay the tops of your feet down or curl your toes under. We're going to start with our arms at our sides, and I just want you to lean back, trying to graze your heels with your fingertips. And then from here, you can either grab hold and press your hips forward, or maybe bring your hands to the small of your back. Lift your heart. Take a full breath in, full breath out. Child's pose. Press your hips back. Bring your arms forward. Shift your weight to one side, swing your legs around. We're going to roll down onto our backs for bridge. Start with your feet down on your mat. Press your lower back down. Inhale, rise, bridge pose. Press into the feet, lift with the thighs. Try to relax your glutes. Take one more breath. And release. Knock your knees together. Bring them apart. Inhale, rise, bridge. Maybe this time roll your shoulders under, opening up across the chest. Take one more breath and release. Knock your knees, bring them apart. One more time, bridge pose. Inhale, rise. Maybe roll your shoulders under. Try interlacing your fingers and extend your arms underneath your hips. Hold 3, 2, 1, and release. Arms out like a T. Bring your feet the width of the mat. Knock your knees together. Constructive rest. Drop both knees to the right. Try taking your right foot, bringing it on top of the left knee and pulling down to feel that across your left hip. And release. Let's switch sides. Recline butterfly. Feet and knees together. Drop your knees open. Place one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly, and reconnect with your breath. Lift your knees, pull your knees into your chest. Wrap your arms around your shins. Legs up. Bring the mounds of your big toes together. Hands behind your head. Lift up on your C curve. Lower the right leg to a hover, and we switch for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both legs up, hands under your hips. Lower your legs 30% toward your hover. Go another 30. Now drop to your hover. Lift your head, peek at your toes, circle out and up. We'll do it again. Lower 30. Go another 30. To your hover, lift your head, peek at your toes, circle out and up. One more time. Lower 30. Another 30. To your hover, lower back down. Lift your head, peek at your toes, circle. Bend your knees to tabletop. Hands behind your head. Lift up on your C curve for bicycles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Pull your knees into toward your chest. Wrap your arms around your shins. Rock and roll up to a seated position. We're going to do a seated pigeon today. So start back on your forearms, knees bent. Extend your right leg and then cross the right ankle over the top of the left knee. Stay here, or you can come up on your hands. And the closer you bring your chest toward your right shin, the more intense this stretch is going to be. Flex your right foot and try to press your right knee away from your shoulder. Breathe. Release. Come back down on your forearms. Stretch the left leg out. Cross the ankle over the top of the thigh, just below the knee. If you feel a good stretch here, you don't even have to come up on your hands. Otherwise, start to bring yourself up, pressing the left knee away. You might have one side that's more flexible than the other. Keep your shoulders pulled away from your ears. And release. Stretch your legs out in front of you. Keeping your knees soft, hands at your side, staff pose, sit up tall. Now inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, fold. Work your way back up, arms out in front. Roll down one vertebra at a time, all the way onto your back. Legs up the wall, Viparita Karani. Press your sacrum down. Flex your feet like you're standing on the ceiling. Then take your shoulders and press them down into your mat. Take one more breath. Bring your knees into your chest. And stretch your left leg out. Supine twist. Try to stack your hips, right arm out like a T. Roll your shoulder down toward your mat, lifting your sternum to face the ceiling, and release. Pull your left knee in, stretch your right leg out on your mat. Supine twist. And release. Happy baby. Grab the bottoms of your feet, knees out wide, pull down. You can hold in stillness or maybe roll from side to side. Release your feet. Make your way to your Shavasana, corpse pose. Close your eyes. Connect with your breath. Bring your awareness back to your physical body. Bend your knees one at a time, planting your feet on your mat. Roll to one side. Pause for a breath. Then push yourself up to a seated position. Sit up tall, resting your hands on your thighs. Lift the bottom of your ribs away from your hips. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, thumbs to your third eye. May you be safe. May you be healthy. Namaste. Thanks for joining me. Stay safe out there. And we'll see you next week.